Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I hope, yeah, I'm good. I hope the connection is fine now and you were not able to
Yes,
join, I think, because of the
yes,
connection issue, correct?
yes.
So
Yeah,
now is
it's
it
fine.
fine? Is it restored?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's fine.
So shall we continue with our call?
Yeah, yeah, we can.
Okay. Okay. So, ma'am, it's a normal post, I think, program customer feedback call. So I'll be asking you certain questions and you can give your comments or feedback as per the questions, correct?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
So first of all, ma'am, I would like you to introduce yourself, like your name and profession. Are you a parent? And then what is your child name? And how old is your child? Where are you from? All these basic things.
Okay, okay. I'm Roselin from Bangalore. I'm a homemaker. I have joined my son Saatvik, who is 9 year old, for KubeHeads boot camp, 3 months boot camp. So he
Okay.
has.
Right, right, right. No, that is fine. It is just about the introduction only. We will talk about the boot camp and all those things in the further questions, right?
Yes.
So, ma'am, please tell what were you looking for before you have found us? Like what problems or challenges you were facing, or if not problems, maybe any kind of specific interest or aspiration you were looking for your child. What was that basically? What you were looking for?
My basic requirement what I was looking for my son was to improve his communication,
Okay.
like to make him to speak much. He doesn't open up with outsiders. Only like with whom he is comfortable, he talks. That too limited, not much. So that I was looking for him to open up and speak.
So basically,
Yeah.
that was the primary concern for which you were looking for some kind of solutions or over the internet, correct?
Yes, yes.
Any issue of screen time which you faced, uh, for which you were looking for any kind of solution, or that was bothering you, the screen time kind of things? No.
Actually, not. He was not a kind of addicted to screen and all, but sometimes he used to ask my mobile for gaming purpose. That too, not regularly, but he was
Mhm.
interested to. As usual, kids you love to play using the mobiles and all. So he used to love that, but not that much.
Maybe that was not the primary issue, but you may thought that, it might develop. So you have started taking action, precautionary basically, before this problem came up, before this problem goes up. You thought that maybe you should start taking action on that as well, screen time, correct?
Yes, that's also one reason, and also like learning cube is not like a small thing. So it's
Mhm.
like using their brain to the full potential. They can use it, and remembering the
Mhm.
algorithms is not a easy task. So
Correct.
that increases their focus, and also builds
Mhm.
the self confidence of the child. So that was
Mhm.
also like the one thing like I decided to enroll for the
Okay.
course.
Okay. And how have you come to know, discovered about us, and what was your first engagement with us? Like, for example, maybe you have registered for a webinar or our advertisement on any social media platform, Facebook, Instagram, or
Yes,
maybe in case you have done the.
I think it was through
Yeah.
Instagram I found you. I was just
Okay.
scrolling down and I just saw the Sunday there was one webinar was there. So
Webinar.
I
Okay.
thought, and that too I
Okay.
saw Kavya's photo, and that too she is too young, and I found it quite interesting. So
Correct.
I thought, okay, let me give a try, and I just attended your program and got interested and enrolled in.
So who basically motivated you to learn more about us, about our programs, and what did you learn? Just share it. Just try to remember What motivated you to learn more about us, that I should check out more details, about the program and all those things?
It's not any outsiders something. It's just I was going through the social media, and I saw Kavya's, and your ad came in between, and that too I saw Kavya. Kavya is a big motivator, I can say. So
Okay,
she
okay.
is too
Fine, fine.
young, and kids learning from the same age group.
Yeah.
There's a lot of difference, like learning from the elder people and also the same age group. So I thought for him also it will be more comfortable to speak and learn many things. I thought looking at Kavya, like I got impressed. Kavya is the main
Correct.
reason, sir, not.
You said there is a difference between people, who are elder and I mean, from the coach perspective, though the
Yes.
coach who are elder or who are younger, like Kavya. So, what is the difference which you would like to highlight, basically? What
Means
difference you found?
means kids might like they have certain limitations to with the elders, like, oh, I should respect them, I should be quiet, like I should wait for them to like their instructions, like that. And Kavya is our youngest one, and uh, 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 the students, like whoever enrolled and like whoever gets engaged, they might have a feeling that okay, like I can be a friend, kind of thing. So I
Hmm.
can be the comfortable will be more, they
So,
can
do
feel
you
more
think
comfortable.
that in future there should be more coaches like Kavya? We should get more coaches, younger coaches of this
Yeah,
age, or
definitely,
maybe
sir.
even, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So
Because
the
for them
learning
also,
would be
because they
better.
are the future, they will
Okay.
be the future leaders. So they definitely the younger youngsters should come like this. So it will
So the
builds their
teaching,
self confidence.
yeah,
Yes,
correct.
yes,
Teaching and learning experience gets different basically. I think that is a unique part, that with young learners and young teachers, the teaching
yes,
and learning gets different from the typical, which we have been seeing it usually over the time now, right?
yes.
Correct. So, after learning about us and programs, now since you have joined the webinar, you might have learned more about us, about our philosophy, and what programs we are offering. So, I would like to know what program you have enrolled your child into with us, QBids.
What I have enrolled, I say.
Correct. Which program? Yeah.
Initially, my son was enrolled for 30 days memory booster challenge. Then, post that, he got enrolled into Q4 boot camp
Okay.
for 3 months. KubeHeads Warrior, the program name is KubeHeads Warriors.
Okay. Okay.
Mm,
So I think you started with the 30 days memory booster challenge, 1 month program, and then you upgraded to the QBits 3 months
what?
virtual bootcamp, correct?
Yes,
Warrior virtual bootcamp, correct?
yes.
So how would you compare the original cost of with the actual cost to you, which was given to you at the time of enrollment? Do you think that the actual cost to customer was within your budgets or out of your budgets? Was the cost within your budgets?
Yes.
Okay. And also, do you think that the actual cost was way lower than the product value delivered in the bootcamp? Means, do you think you have got more value than what you have paid? If yes, how much do you think it is, like 2x, 3x, or 5x, or 10x?
Um, I don't know how to measure that, but it is worth enrolling the child, because not only learning the cubes, solving the cubes, they have got into
Mhm,
multiple things. Like they have given opportunity to like build their own, bring up their creativity, like building the
mhm,
stories, and the many several activities were conducted during the session.
mhm,
So that was also a good thing. It did not concentrate only on the cubing part. Apart from that,
mhm.
many things were. um,
Correct.
taught.
Correct. So do you think, do you believe that the actual cost which you paid basically was lower than the product value delivered in the bootcamp? Do you think the more value is delivered? If it would have been maybe, let's suppose, at a higher cost also, then also it was worth, or it is worth only at that cost only? Just a feedback from you.
So to be frank, I think it was worth, because compared to market, there are many
Okay.
don't take it personally, because I'm saying, because in
No, no,
market
no.
there are
It's only feedback. Yeah.
yeah, because in market there are even cubes, there are many are teaching cubes,
Correct.
so but they have many multiple things, cubes, coding, and many other
Mm-hmm.
things they have involved. And
Mm-hmm.
also there are many other platforms, like they teach maths and the science, and for in those
Mm-hmm.
platforms they keep cubing as a complementary thing, like
Correct.
that. So their cost is less compared to this program, actually.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think, like, whatever it's been there now, I think it's worth.
Okay. Okay, so now let's get to the after sales part, that is onboarding. So how was the onboarding experience been for you? What did you experience in the onboarding? Like, were you given the access to the online school learning management system immediately, which you were able to access on your multiple devices like mobile, laptop? Were you being added to your cohort WhatsApp group also? Were you being guided and heard thoroughly during the boot camp? So just share the onboarding experience.
Yeah, it was all well designed, sir. It was all the access were given immediately, so no time of
Okay.
waiting, nothing. So immediately, as soon
Okay.
as I got enrolled, I got the access for everything for school, and got the access to all the contents. So it was
Okay.
good.
Okay. So you got whether you got live sessions or pre-recorded course access or what? How was your child basically being trained actually? Was it more self-learning mode or hand-holding in the form of live session support and other support as well? So what all types of learning support you got through QHeads?
During 30 days memory booster challenge, it was a pre-recorded sessions. So
Correct.
that was
And
more.
once a week, I think once a week session, I guess,
Yes.
correct?
Once a week, we had live
Live
sessions
session. Mhm.
for solving any questions, doubts. So, since it was a pre-recorded session, that they did not spend much time for the live sessions. Um, I felt, even Satvik felt pre-recorded was better, because he used to get the content in hand. So whenever
Mhm.
he wanted, immediately, like after learning one layer, if he has to jump on to
Mhm.
the next layer, there was
Mhm.
no waiting time.
Mhm.
So, and second part, like in boot camp, 3 months boot camp, it was a live session. It was all that
Mhm.
was all the experience was good, because since it was
Mhm.
live weekly 2 days, it was
Mhm.
good actually for kids. They used to enjoy. Even Satvik used to enjoy for participating,
Correct.
because of many activities conducted and all. But only thing I felt was, during weekdays, whenever the session was there, sometimes the session was crossing more, it was going beyond 1 hour. So that was a weekday.
Correct.
Since it was a weekday, for him completing his school work, it was getting bit tough.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's all, nothing else.
Okay. So basically, both formats you have got it correct during your journey, pre-recorded and the live sessions both. So which one, basically, I think what you are trying to say, you are preferring more pre-recorded ones, right?
Yes.
So you did not find any problem in learning through pre-recorded courses be-
Yes.
because they are well designed and they are well structured, or Any other reason?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
correct.
And here live sessions, whatever, since many like, more than one kid, there since there were many students, so
Mhm.
they used to make note of it, but still, while practicing, they had to rewatch program, the session again and again.
Mhm.
As I mentioned, like once, as soon as he learns the one layer, one step, for moving on to the next step, he has to wait for the next session. So that was a bit taking time. Other than that, it was good.
Okay, fine. So that's great. So do you think the sessions count are less or more or appropriate in numbers required for your child to learn, understand, and focus on the cubes properly as part of the program? And also to transform the previous habits to new habits, which is shift of focus from high screen time to do something productive, like learning to solve Rubik's Cube using screen or without screen. For example, Warrior program length was like duration was 3 months. So was it, and there were, I think, 24 live sessions which were conducted, correct? So was it less or high or appropriate according to you, considering that there were four cubes into it? So what do you think? The number of sessions were appropriate or it should be less or more?
If I talk about my son, I think it is more, but it
Okay,
differs from child to child. So when
correct,
during the session,
correct.
when I observed Satvik learned to 3 by 3 cube within 30 days, more
Hmm.
but in the boot camp session, I observed other kids, they took more time to learn the 3 by 3 cube.
Correct,
I
correct.
think the time period, the number of sessions is appropriate overall.
Appropriate. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So, what do you think of the session dates and times coordination? Were they conducted mostly according to your availability?
Yeah, most of the time. Most of the time.
And what do you think are the three most promising things you have noticed in our program and its delivery? Just mention three of them if you could recall most promising things.
Promising things in the sense like,
Means which you noticed basically that these are good or these are really very good things which are happening during the program, right? And you are able to notice it also in the program and its delivery also. It could be anything. It could be, maybe the pre-recorded session, pre-recorded uh, course you can talk about, or it could be the access, the learning management system that you are able to access the recordings of each and every session and learn it even after the live session is done, right? So it could be anything which you could recall of and noticed.
yeah, pre-recorded session, if I say the contents, whichever was created, and the delivery of the things, the
Mhm.
one promising thing was in the pre-recorded session, the whatever content was available was very helpful. So we
Mhm.
could go
Okay.
to that particular video and watch it and learn whenever needed, pause and continue it. But that
Mhm.
one, that's the thing. And in 3 months bootcamp thing, engaging kids with the activities like building
Mhm.
stories and being more interactive. That was also good.
Mhm. Okay.
Mm. And the third thing, like they had they session by session, they used to become more self confident. Like
Okay.
initially they were not opening up their mouth, used to feel shy, and they
Mhm.
all came out of their shyness and to be more comfortable with everyone.
So that was noticeable basically. And in fact, this was my next question in actually. Have you seen any noticeable changes or transformations in your child before and after the program began or during the program? If yes, in how much time did you start noticing some changes, like within a month or 2 months, or after the program is finished, like 3 months? So just describe some of the specific points or stories which you have noticed. Like you were just telling about the self-confidence part, right? That after each and every session, you were seeing some kind of confidence or behavioral changes, right? So what was that? Just try to highlight them.
Since Saatvik was a student of 30 days memory booster challenge, so soon after
Okay.
completing that 30 days itself, like he had, he was more interested to take up the next level of learning. And also now also
Mm.
like he was asking me about the next level program. So that much he is interested into, like he wants to be get engaged continuously. So
Okay. So what other, I mean, in terms of noticeable changes or transformations, what would you like to highlight? I mean, you would be able to see like the self-confidence part you have mentioned. Any other thing which you have noticed in the behavior, like communication, what transformation you have seen in the communication side, or maybe the screen time side, whatever.
yeah, I would say his communication part.
Okay.
Like he's compared to earlier, he started speaking uh,
Okay.
like a little much than earlier days.
Okay. Okay. Fine. How do you rate the sessions conducted so far out of 1 to 10 rating, where 1 is lowest satisfaction and 10 is the highest satisfaction from all the important considerations or point of views? I mean, everything comes into it. Maybe you can give some rating from 1 to 10. 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest satisfaction level.
I would rate 9. That only
Okay.
one is that sometimes I said, as I mentioned, the sessions were going beyond 1 hour. So that was the
Okay.
only concern I had. Other than that, everything was fine.
Fine. So, would you recommend our brand and its program offering to others? Are you, I mean, I'm giving you three options. Not sure. I would like to recommend or very much recommended. Which one would you choose if you have to recommend the brand to others or its program offering to others?
What was the third one?
Very much recommended. I would like to recommend and not sure.
I very much recommended. I would.
Okay.
Mm.
Also, ma'am, please tell who would you like to recommend the solution basically? Any particular set of people with any specific problems or needs or aspirations? Anyone you would like to highlight? Because I think you also came up with some kind of aspiration or a problem or a need, right? So what do you think that this solution, since you have now gone through, consumed the product also, so what do you think is a best suited customer for this, according to you?
I think one thing is those who are more addicted to screen, and
Mhm.
also who has less concentration, the
Okay.
focus part, and also
Mhm.
like
Communication.
the adamant kids, I would say, those
Okay.
who like more adamant kind of thing. Like if they, my opinion is if we give cube to them, they will be focused more on
Mhm.
that. So their
Mhm. Okay.
concentration will be more, and their brain also, like it will be a kind of exercises for them, their brain. So
Mhm.
these three categories I would suggest. So,
Okay. Okay. So now the next part starts here. Are you interested in learning more about leveling up your child from a warrior to cubed ninja or legend? Yes or no?
yes.
Would you be willing to invest more time and money into leveling up of your child to get to the levels of ninja and legends in times to come? If yes, then how much do you think you would be willing to invest more time, both from the angle, time and money. because I think in the Warrior we have spent around 3 months, correct? And we have also discussed about, I think I have asked you a question as well about that. What do you think is the appropriate, whether those sessions, the number of sessions were appropriate or not? And you said that, if from a group perspective, not from one person's perspective, from a group perspective, it is the number of sessions are appropriate, I guess. Correct? You said that.
Yes.
So from now, if we have to upgrade to the further levels like Ninja and Legend also, obviously there would be the upgraded versions of the program, correct? And there would be different offerings and even advanced level offerings as well. So what do you think that you would be willing to invest more time and money? How much time, money? What do you think
So
according to
money
you?
part, I think depends on the price you offer, and I need to discuss with the family. So I cannot take
Mm-hmm.
decisions on my own. And
Mm-hmm.
time part, like it depends on like when you're going to start, because for next 3 months it will be exam period.
Mm-hmm.
So based on that, we can decide. So one more thing I wanted to mention is that during boot camp, so I
Mm-hmm.
think there was a project given by Kavya. So that time Saatvik could not participate because he had many other activities to do from school.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
what I felt was these kind of activities can be conducted when there is no school, like when they have these summer holidays
Mm-hmm.
kind of thing, because that time
Correct.
they will be having a huge amount of time. So it will be like a summer camp for them. So they will
Mm-hmm.
be having more time also to because the project requires more of research, work,
Correct.
everything.
Correct.
So that one I wanted to mention. So now also
Okay.
like for him to upgrade to the next level, like it depends on the time, like when you're going to start, because he
Correct.
now
No,
like
but basically, I'm asking you the feedback as a customer is of customer of the previous product is that according to you, for don't consider about what I am going to come up with, what we are going to come up with. Maybe you can give your perspective that how much time you would be willing to invest more, in this particular thing when it comes to the levels, the further levels, Ninja and Legend level.
Mhm.
I'm sure as of now you would not be aware of what is basically included in Ninja and Legend.
Yes.
Obviously, you would have to, learn more about it. But still, generally, I'm asking you that what do you think that how much more time you can invest in this particular thing, going forward? Like 3 months or 6 months you can think of, or maybe 1 year also, right?
I think 3 to 6 months is fine.
3 to 6 months. Okay.
Yes, I think because advanced level and all, I think it requires more
Correct.
time. Yeah.
Correct. In case you would be willing to invest more time and money with CubeHead, then what would you like to be added or removed in the next level so that your child gets what you expect or aspire to give to your child? Any specific requirement where you would like to remove anything or add anything from the outcome perspectives also. For example, if you want to focus more on the communication in the next 3 to 6 months for your child, or maybe you want to focus on adding more cubes into it, or maybe the speed part, what exactly you would like to be added or removed in the next levels, according to you?
Uh, I think more of cubes and also
Okay.
speed part. I think I both. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Fine, ma'am. I think that's all. That's the end of the feedback call. Thank you very
Okay.
much for the honest feedback. I think it was really honest since you have also highlighted the competition part as well, which I could notice it, right? The costing and all those things. But I'm happy that I think you are the one customer who has started from when we actually came up with a 30 days,
That
30
was
days
the
product,
first
correct?
time.
That was
That
the
was the
first.
first time. Okay. Okay.
Correct. That was the first. I think we started webinar also that time only. We just
Okay.
started doing the webinars. Okay.
Okay.
So thank you very much for trusting us from the beginning. And then we have basically understood that only the pre-recorded courses along with weekly, meetups, that might not be enough for bringing the transformation, correct? Because what we have found from the people, from the feedback, those who have filled up the form, we have got more of a screen time issues, correct?
Okay.
Lot of people pan India, across India, they have submitted their problems and challenges, and screen time was basically top ahead of every problem, correct? And definitely focus also was there in the second place. Communication also was there in the second place. So definitely we wanted to bring some program which can bring some transformation also. And that we noticed that only with pre-recorded sessions and giving access to the customer might not bring a change, because they need hand holding as well, right? But it differs from people to people, and
People.
also parents to parents also, because some parents give their time to their children's, some parents are not able to give time to their children, so there are different. So that's why we have come up with a this thing program, 3 months program, rather having 1 month. Although we might be continuing with 1 month product as well, 30 days MPC also in future, in case anybody want to experience that as well, right? So they may choose it. But for the transformation perspective, for addressing the problems like screen time and all those things, focus, concentration, and also the content creation part, so I think 3 months we found good. And I think in the Ninja program, definitely the program might be of 3 to 6 months again. Okay.
Okay.
The overall period of a ninja from basically from where you are starting, when you are joining it, so the whole program of Ninja could be 6 months, because that would need advanced and speed cubing training as well, and also focus on the other aspects of content creation, the video creation part and all those things, which
Okay.
basically enhances their communication and all those things, correct? Right? So that would be the idea. And I hope you would be continuing your journey with us going forward also. So whenever we'll be launching the next product, I think Ninja, we will be
Yeah.
letting you know, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sure.
what else you would like to share? Anything you would like to share apart from what I have asked you in questions?
No, I think I have shared everything like what I wanted to.
Correct,
And
correct, correct,
the one I wanted to ask, the name is changed. Earlier it was Cuba Success Academy, right? Now it's changed to CubeHeads. CubeHeads.
correct, 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 correct. You would
Uh,
remember that there you have basically attempted the CubeHeads pre-launch survey form also. In that, we have given two logo options, and I think you chose this one, if I
yes, yes.
remember. Do you
Correct.
remember that? So that
Yeah.
was the pre-launch. In fact, even right now also it is not officially launched, but
Okay.
soon it will be officially launched. So you would
Mm.
be able to see the website also. You would be able to see more refined version of the advertisement and all those things. Correct? The
Yes.
communication, the whole communication,
Mm.
right? So maybe in another 1 month of time, you would be able to see all those things. And
Mm.
also you would be able to see the levels, the warrior, the ninja, and the legend
Okay.
levels. Okay. One question which I would like to ask from you, and then maybe we can end this call. What do you think? Uh, do you do you really want your child to be at a level where I think Saatvik is, I think, 9 or 10 as of now. I think he's 10,
Nine.
correct?
Mm. Yeah,
Nine.
9+.
Okay, so what do you think that, for example, I think Kavya also started her journey of, transformation and learning and all those things from the age of 9 or 10 only, I guess. So in 2 or 3 years, we can see that she is able to take the webinars, she is able to take the classes, she is able to engage adults also and kids also, right? So I mean, the whole game has changed, the whole spectrum has changed, which is not basically typical. Nobody expects this to happen in an environment which is very protective for the children, right? Isn't it? Our education system does not encourage us. Is that? I think you would be agreeing to it, correct?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what do you think? What do you expect your child to be like? You would expect your child to be teaching something he's skilled at, maybe in another 2, 3 years. So what is your aspiration level? Do you aspire to be for your child to be like Kavya teaching like this, or you have different aspirations?
Actually, we would be happy if he reaches that level because since as I mentioned, he is a bit low at his communication part. Like actually, we would be very much happy if he reaches that level, and we are working on that. Like that's why, like we are engaging him in more interactive sessions and all that. So,
So, ma'am, I would like to tell you that this is what exactly we are trying to achieve in the legend level.
okay.
Okay. That is what we are trying to achieve for others at the legend level. So that is the simple definition of the outcome which can be expected in the legend level. Basically, the whole program, the whole journey is being designed like this only. That
Okay.
starting from admirer to warrior, warrior to ninja, and then this. So it is like upskilling in one thing and then reaching to the level of delivering, the completing the whole learning cycle, correct? Like Kavya has completed it. So if you
Mhm.
think that you have that kind of aspiration, so that would be the program basically which would deliver, which should deliver that outcome. Okay. So I just wanted to give you an idea of that. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Fine
Okay.
then.
Yeah.
Thank you very much
How
for
is the
giving your time,
response,
ma'am.
sir? How is the response for these boot camps now?
Yeah, good. I think you are also giving the feedback of the first batch. So currently the second batch is going on.
Okay.
Uh, I think, in fact, we have got a one girl child
Yeah, I
enrolled
saw
this
in the
time.
comments.
Correct.
Okay.
So we are happy. In fact, when we started doing this, in fact, in the banner also you might have seen. So it was like Cool Cuber Kavya, Cool Cuber Girl Kavya. And we were basically trying to attract girl childrens only in the beginning. We only wanted girl childs to be a part of our mission. But that did not happen because lots of boys are always ahead in all the things, in all the sports. It's not the girls, it's basically other way around, but we wanted to push this thing. So I think gradually it is happening. We will see that if more and more girls are also coming up and joining it, because ideally it helps all the gender, it helps all the people, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
So the
How is
response is good, but it is slow, it is picking up, correct?
okay? How is Kavya managing her school and these things? Sir? What's her school timings and all? How is
I
she able to
think
manage?
I think her speed of learning, her speed of delivering, speed of managing things has compounded, I would say, over the time, right? Because of all these things, because she's doing, I what I believe is that the more you do, okay, but not not from the means of the multiple things you do. The more you do few things and repetitively, so that builds your speed and focus and all those things, right? Obviously you can't be good at all the things, but
Yes.
the current education system basically puts us into that particular a hole, basically a deep hole, where they will tell you that, you have to do math, you have to do science, you have to do this, you have to do, and you have to do it, isn't it? Because this is what you have been told, correct?
Yeah.
But naturally, deeply inside, you would not be able to master many of them. You would not be able to master. It's not about mastering, even you will not be able to understand many of the things. Even currently also, you would see in the current education system, many of the subjects, the way are being taught, they are not able to understand the deep meanings of, the science
Yeah.
and the
True.
mathematics. Many concepts they are not able to understand it, right?
True.
So they
Yeah.
have to be taught in a way that they are able to understand it. But the education system will evolve with its own time, and obviously that is where we people, the parents or the educators, have to come in between to give that particular special education, which is specialized or customized education, right? So in terms of managing, I would say that it is also important to filter down that what is necessary to be for future and what is not necessary to be focused currently. If you are trying to focus on everything even now also for your future, I don't think so that is gonna give any kind of good result, which I would say, right?
Yeah.
So you
True.
have to be smart enough to filter down the options. For example, in this year, if you are focusing or more on cubes, right? And with just learning cube, you are able to improve your communication. You are becoming content creator, right? You are getting good in your fear removal of fears, correct? That you are able to create a video also of 10 minutes or 5 minutes. You are able to speak about it. Then in any way that is going to help you in your future as well, in other things as well, correct? And then you can basically shift your interest from cubing to some other thing, but you will do with proper perfection. You will try to do it with proper conviction. This is what you will learn, right?
Yeah.
So you will do less, but you will do with more conviction, with
More.
more focus and concentration.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that
And
is
I
the
think
philosophy basically.
yeah, I think in during 30 days, I think you used to you were with Kavya during all the live sessions. Now she is able to manage all alone.
Correct,
That's a good
correct,
thing. She is more
correct,
confident and well matured. Uh,
correct.
well
If
matured behavior
this
she
is
has. Very good.
correct. Correct. This is what the beautiful part is. It once until you try and do it yourself, you are not able to experience it and you are not able to improve it. And this is a very important lesson for the children to learn it, that they are not perfect. Even we are also not perfect. We will do mistakes, and people are ready to accept the mistakes. Like, for example, if Kavya is doing any mistake, I think you would be giving her more chances. You would be accepting it at a level to some extent, correct? If the
Yeah.
mistake is not very big. So, but they will learn a lot basically. They will learn that they don't have to be perfect to do this, to teach. So it will become normalized. I remember the time when basically I published her book, right? So that time I think the knowledge was not given to many people that you can become an author. Even if you're not from an author family, you can publish your book, right? It was, I think, 2019 or so, and the YouTube is going up. The YouTube journey was, a lot of people were consuming a lot of content, so the knowledge was going up in India as well. In the West, we already know that, there are more publishers than, all these things, correct? There are so many publishers, there are so many authors out there.
Yeah.
So that way, I think that time the lesson which she got is that she can also become an author, like the books she read of other renowned authors. Correct. So when they see these things of their own, they think that nothing is impossible. So for example, if then the teaching part came, so teaching becomes that only adult people can teach. So when
Yeah.
you say that you can also teach, right, whatever you are expert in, you can also teach. So
Yes.
it basically normalizes the thing that, I can also teach. And gradually, when they're growing up, whenever they will have something challenging, they would be able to say to their mind that, they can do it. It's a
Yeah.
simple three, four things, but they're learning this particular thing from the beginning itself, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the idea basically. And
Okay.
this is what we are trying to pass to others as well.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
then, ma'am? Any
Yeah.
other
Yes.
thing which you want to ask?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Correct. It was lovely talking to you, and thank you for giving the feedback again. And we would see you in more endeavors which would be coming up, right? I
Yeah.
hope Satvik do not want to be a part of the batch two, correct? Of the same warrior program, correct? I think he has done all the things. This
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not talking from the paid, this I'm not talking from the paid perspective, but if he still wants to join the sessions, he can
Okay.
join batch two also, right? Not from the paid perspectives, voluntarily,
Okay. Oh, he
because it's
can
the
join the
same program.
sessions. Okay.
Correct. He
Okay.
can join it, but the session content is more or less same only. Correct.
Okay.
Which he has
Yeah.
already learned. But he want to practice it. He want to go through it again. If he has time, then he can join. Otherwise, I think he's prepared to get to the next level. I think that is the ninja level, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
uh, and I think he should start appearing in the competitions as well.
Yeah.
Okay, right?
But competitions, do you inform us any kind of
Correct.
competitions which
It would
happens?
be, yeah, yeah. It would be published in the community itself,
I
and
mean,
it would be sent to you through WhatsApp group also. Okay.
okay.
But before that, I would ask Kavya to connect with Satvik again. Okay.
Okay.
To check his current speed of the solving of the cubes. So what she would do is basically she would give a random, random algorithm. Okay, which he may have to solve it. Correct.
Okay.
So it's like
Okay.
a competition only, because in competition, what happens is the scrambler is not told to you in advance. The scrambler is given right on that competition itself. Correct.
Okay.
So that kind of preparation can be done by Kavya in one of the one-to-one session, okay, with Satvik. Okay.
Okay.
Just to
Okay.
check his level as of now. Okay.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Fine then.
That's all.